talk about people that got more kids than you. This is the subject. People that got more. I'm not there talking to the girl, Monica. No disrespect to her, but I felt like since she having problems and she speaking negativity of me, talking about I'm gonna be alone and her baby daddy don't take it. And this. I'm not talking down on her. And when I speak positive, because I haven't really had what I have always waited. But if a person, baby daddy got more kids and they went through stuff, they baby daddy put them through stuff and all of these things. And me, I have one kid. I haven't been through the drama as people been with their baby daddies. But people will play both sides and bring that negativity on you and tell you something and with negativity and bring that on you. And the most thing about women, they gonna tell you they don't need you, but they and the most thing I have difficult of and of people being neglected and abused and women playing aside. Women got their own vindictive behavior on how they want to act. And like I have talked to girls in other countries, and I had to talk to this one girl. She's pretty good on Instagram. And me and her, even though we not going out, we have the greatest more conversation. Even though she got friends, it's not like American women. It's not like those things where I can butt heads with her and she's with her female friend. And she never told me she got into a relationship. We said we was gonna wait because she wanted to come to America. So I met her off a poker check, and we can talk. But when certain women in your environment, like certain American women, they are very picky on how they deserve to let men manipulate them. But I see this friendship when I met her on Instagram. I know her for 2 or 3 years. We've been talking about 5 years, and I'm always messed her on Instagram, and we always talking about things. So the energy of our friendship is great. And even though she got guys and talking to them, but that line never be crossed like American women. I've been some type of women where people let their friends or their boyfriends cross the line and they're so busy getting manipulated. I'm so happy to have that type of friendship to not to let nobody interfere and we can just have a great conversation. And how she approach it is amazing. It's amazing how she's able to do what she's able to do and just have a conversation. And I've been talking to her for about 2019. And we've been off and on. I lost, had to get back on my Instagram. And the conversation is even more greater when she talks. She got a great conversation. She like you dealing with some women behavior and for that that's the most important thing when you're dealing with other people behavior and you're dealing with other people misconduct in a way they selfish word is. I know when I meet her and we connect more, I know she's gonna have her little ways as a woman and what she don't want. And I'm so happy to have that kind of thing around me where everything is okay and not have to deal with because there's a lot of conflict going on with certain people I talk to and people just playing both sides, you know what I'm saying? And people don't feel like always putting themselves in a situation where we can't understand each other. Because certain women are very picky. I haven't got to my friend yet and all the things she don't like and all of that. I haven't really got to her yet and talked to her about what is your don't like in a friendship. What do you like? Are you in a relationship? What do you? And I gotta talk to her more about that. And I just think that's where the concept in the order of friendship of anything. But people will let other people manipulate them. And that's the part. A woman got their own selfish reason. If I can talk to people online, me and people can tell me about their relationship, a woman is going to go against the grain and you got to leave her alone to a certain point of that. You want to argue with somebody, but people are not willing to reason. And they're not willing to reason about because how conflict of others and how others, how they point of views on them. And I hear JJ was talking about, I told everybody they better watch out. Everybody thought start going broke. He said something like JJ from Good Times. Everybody start to be home or lose their jobs. And I warned them, when you think negativity, you get that kind of energy. When you think of negativity. So when you dealing with that kind of stuff, you think of negativity as an actor. JJ, and I'm watching the concept of that. And you talking about everybody gonna start losing their job and doing these things. You can't. I didn't have that type of mentality in the workplace because when I worked at Walmart, I'm in produce. First thing the guy said, they gonna start getting rid of everybody. I said, they ain't gonna get rid of me. He said, how you think that? We'll see. We'll see. I said, trust me, I'm here every day. And when you there every day, that's the conflict that it causes when you got other negativity of what's going on in this format, right? You dealing with those things. You are dealing with those things in those formats of the concept of those things. So when you're dealing with the concept um, of those things, how can you understand it? Right? To understand it more. So that's the concept of what you're going through as an artist and what you're going through anything in your life. But it's conflict. I can sit up there and have one of the person that would date one of my friends, one of my thing, DeMarcus, and they not together. She got another baby, and I can see she come over there chill at my apartment when I had to get together with my cousin and other people. Her boyfriend acted some type of way, and that told the friendship up. Now, what I mean about that, now my situation is a lot different from Sabina's situation. My situation, I'm not going to compare those to the other friendships I had and boyfriends I can just being around, just got nothing to do with anything else but the behavior of being in the presence of somebody and rolling your eyes. And this Mexican girl I met and rolling your eyes and the behavior, this doing that in my house and and since she left my house, it got uncomfortable in a way that your boyfriend started acting up. I said, hold up. This ain't never happened like this. So me, I have to move in a direction when somebody want to act a situation and want to act up in a situation. Bam. Right now, I'm in a hard rock right where somebody's put me in a bad environment. What happened in 2019, Joe Biden and Donald Trump put me in a bad environment. And they all involved. Let me tell you, don't believe Joe Biden and none of these politics because they all involved and they acting selfish and racist. God said, your value, your words mean nothing to me because I didn't have value because I was misunderstood with your lies and with your prophet. He can sit up as a president. He can do what he wants. You are lying because you put yourself first. You put your lying understanding before everybody else. And all of you politics involved in it. Don't just blame it on everybody where you're talking about value. Stop your line with value. Because you know what goes on in this world and you stop conflict. You know the behavior that's going on with this community in between. And we talk about disability and challenging problems. And when you're dealing with that, he's a selfish president, every last one of them. You started something by the base of lies as a power person. Every senator is involved. Every legislator that plays a part is involved in this situation. You started something with lies and racism of your own people mindset. And there's a billion of you. There's a billion of you. You put your people first. That's the value. And when you're trying to protect our country, what you're trying to protect, you should not argue people over how communities behave towards disability. That is a lie. When I chill with Mirza sometimes, his sister used to tell me they go up there to Social Security office and they getting treated bad. I'm not out to deal with all that bull crap when I'm dealing with that. You're all selfish. And the American people, and when we talk about selfish, your own ambition mindset of the way you determine the outcome of the economy. Your creator know all of these things about you humans to understand how you think and understand how the selfishness of each part that you play or how you see your world. But you know the truth and you depend on those fictions. Everybody plays the part of it. And this other guy that's sitting on NBC with Trump right now, he probably has something to do with the little selfish mindset of running for president. Nobody wants to deal with all of these politics and all of these people that certain colors and certain individuals got vindictiveness in it. God knew these things. And they talking about the chosen one. Well, I mean, look, that he supposed to be putting out. And let me tell you something. That ain't gonna happen even if you conflict. Because if I didn't step up, they were gonna live a lie anyway. And America gonna make each excuse each and every day. Each and every day and take your value and your lives for granted. So when we dealing with those things, how can they understand those formats? And right now, hold up for a second. I'm gonna be right back. My allergies acting up. Sorry about that, guy. Yes, I was screaming them out. It's the selfishness of the mindset of others. Nothing will never get done. And you talking about the girl, talking about you Messiah, you supposed to go ahead with that, man. Cause you live a life, ain't no Messiah around here. What you talking about? You supposed to, ain't no one around there when you causing conflict. Trump and Joe Biden tell a lie when he's involved with it. When he's involved in putting his people needs first and selfishness. You can't lie and tell about your problem not involved because you want to argue over who's right and who's wrong. Y'all mindsets. Why should somebody should argue with this person and argue, but you all wrong? And you let a debate, a vote determine the outcome and not sight. Now, what I talk about are not a debate, a vote, debate of society's behavior and where they act towards certain individuals. And I'm on live, a big live, and this girl talking about some LGBT, you got some problems, man. And these females, you got to be comfortable with who you are. If a person can't deal with you and be out in the open, why are you sitting up there messing with them? Why are you engaging in people? They got Heartland on the TV, on the tube. Why are you engaging in people? It remind me of a kid being in New Orleans, messing around with horses, and I'm seeing Heartland pop up on my YouTube. Why are you engaging in those things? And that's the concept of engagement. That's the concept of engaging in the things that you should not be engaging with. You're engaging in it. Everybody played their part of it. When God say you vote, don't mean you with me. You still against me. When you vote, you still against me. You just play. You just fake your love for me. And God knew all of these things of what humans are capable of because how they act. I'm not about to play no part on LGBT community where before you interact with people, and they're not comfortable who you are, you don't need to be messing with. You don't need to be talking. You don't need to be. So what? Now everybody trying to get famous and then things. No, nobody. Yeah, I guess we can't. Yeah, if everybody can't accept you or whatever that you say you are, why the sister be around that situation? Why they trying to expose someone? If you see me, LBG, whatever those things is. And I'm talking to the girl and this person on Big Live, and she come and talking about you ain't never met me in Tennessee. I know what you're talking about. I don't know. You ain't never met me. I'm out other that day. Girl, you need to stop. Oh, I got caught. No, you a dummy. Let me tell you, not being open with somebody will cause problems. And the LBG community got to realize that when you hide things and trying to manipulate the situation, you're going to cause conflict. Don't be sneaky. This girl on Big Live the other day being sneaky. Or whatever her name is, you're being sneaky. Stop it. Oh, you got to go. Stop doing that. That's how something happened to you. For not being front with somebody in the format in those things and lying to them. That's why attacks are coming on LGBT community because you lie. If a person can't be upfront with you and they just want no and they can't hang with you, they don't need to be around you. That's the conflict of it. But you're trying to expose somebody over yourself, and I said, hold up. You were in another state. You haven't seen. Oh, you got caught. You better set yourself. You're trying to make money, and that makes a person not be around you because you ain't being truthful. And violence happens when you're not being truthful. When you got a motive. This person had a motive, and then got off. Got off. I was on Big Light the other day. You had a motive. Nobody wants to deal with that. That's gonna get you in trouble. That's why y'all lose y'all life. You so busy trying to fit in and you willing to do anything, mess somebody over, and that's not cool. My ex-girlfriend had half lesbian, straight, whatever she is, both ways, whatever that is. Sometimes two of them. But I'm not getting into those things and those format with those things. I'm not willing to deal with those things and those conflict things and how people directing everything in that format. but you're not willing to be comfortable, and you're causing conflict. You causing conflict. Not telling people what you are is most of the time in the sexual realm, and now you have some down. It's gonna cause conflict. You're gonna lose every time because you want to fit in. And they on YouTube and Big Live and doing all of that nonsense. That's not cool. You're pushing people on you, and you willing to do anything sneaky to do it. That's you. You're gonna lose. Learn how to be by yourself and stop being sneaky, and learn how to be by yourself in your own lane category. And one day the world is gonna open up to you in the LBG community, but you're being sneaky and you're causing conflict. And with sneakiness, you're going to always have violence. You need to be in your own lane and open your door. And you're not doing it as an LBG community. Whatever you're not doing that. You're being sneaky. And you just to try to fit in. You're doing sneaky things. And that's why you're going to lose. That's why violence is going to happen, because you're willing to be sneaky behind trying to get somebody to understand you. Because the way you put your life in the aspect of others. You can't force nobody on you. You can't force nobody to be in your world. Stop being sneaky. Stop doing conniving things to try to get people to get you to. And there's a lot of that's going on. If you stay in your own lane, you won't have that conflict. You have to stick with your kind to understand the world. I mean, when I sat in my classroom, I was always different. When I got to know Miss Smith, I was in regular class and they came back. But let me tell you something. I stood with my class for a little while. It didn't take that long. About the first couple of months, I was able to venture out. After the first couple of months, after 4 months or 5 months, I was able to venture out more. After I sat with my class in the cafeteria, and I stayed. My brother and them was on the football team. They doing everything else. But I had my talking hard before as this actually just moving around. I wasn't allowed to do that for a couple of months because of it. So the understanding those goals, once I got connected with my class more, I was able to venture out and do what I need to do in other situations. And that's the conflict, but you can't force people on you, and that's a problem. Y'all on the internet, y'all trying to do everything. Yes, we can. Yes, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You're gonna have a wall. Yes, you're gonna have a wall. Ain't nothing that you're gonna do or what's gonna stop you right now. You're gonna have a wall. And the more you willing to go against it, violence gonna happen every time. Stay in your own category. Have an LGBL app. Have a man. Have these things where you can talk to each other. Now create an LBGL app. Is somewhere the LPGL community would connect on a social platform. So this LBGL app is y'all app. Y'all app or whatever y'all is. It's y'all app. People will ever see people will check your background, what's your background, what you put your ID in, whatever is your app. But don't force others on you to cause conflict. Don't put if they're not ready to accept you, you're gonna get a dead end. Stay on your own lane. Stop trying to do a versus and learn how to create your own lane as an LGBL community, at any one of those things that you're so care of. Now, I growed up around bouncers in New Orleans. You hear me? You can't tell me nothing. Sister J, all the bounce music. And I'm not out to cause conflict when I growed up on bounce music. I growed up on things in that format, but that's not what I'm talking about. Create your own talking app of communication. That means the LGBL community will have their own app where they can create and communicate by themselves and speak how you feel. When you open your own lane, that can be the most thing is where you're not trying to fit in the world of others. Yes, we can, yes. And you're not trying to fit in the world of others. And you got to understand that in that format, create your own lane. But you cannot be sneaky with those things to cause the conflict. You're going to get into a dead end trying to get others to accept you. Violence is going to happen every time you're pushing that wall and pushing those goals. Right now, I tell you right now, I'm going to tell you something. I haven't had sex in a while. And I'm going to keep it real with you. Yes, I'm going to keep it real with you. My, it's the way that people act in a society. It's the way they been picky in the mindset and want it all to be on them. So I'm telling you, I haven't been about 3 years, not 4 years, and I didn't touch anything, didn't have sex. I think 2 years. I think 2 years now, 2 3 years of January. Yeah, but whatever it is, the beginning of January, February, March, I had some. But the last year of January, it's been since then, February, March, April, May, whatever that is. May of last year, that's the last time. May of June, May, it's the last time. But it's the last time I had something. So the difference between you can't force nobody on you and that's stopping. You're running into a wall. Create your own lane. Start getting people to come to your app. Create your own LBGL app. Create your own thing that way nobody can take your own and stop. Right now you need to stop trying to get people to hang out with you. You need to stop trying to go to a club. You need to stop trying to do all of those, man. Stop. Create your own damn club or something. Goddamn, make your own damn club or something. Buy your own club, LGL community. Buy your own damn club. Stop it right now. Stop trying to force people on you. Buy your own damn club. Create your own damn club. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. Just gonna go out on the internet about how I had nothing in the low been since last year, whatever, February, March. But I'm just gonna keep it all the way honest with you. March, April, it's been since the end of last year. So, like, really, and it's been since May, June, March, since I had some last. It's been a while since but the point is this: a person not coming to my want to get to know you. That's the way the comment is. The way they being brought and taught in the world. The way the deception is. The way that people want to be selfish in their own way. So when you're dealing with that concept, don't force nobody on you. Create your own club. Now, LGBT community, create your own school. If you're doing those things, you got to learn how to put your money where you need to put it at, and to help out your own. You don't have to force anything on them. And those, I don't want to hear that, man. They been knowing about some stuff. They ain't dumb. Nobody want to hear that concept, but that's the concept of it. But damn, if it was that easy for me, I had never have it. I never had a problem asking somebody what I want, and that's the thing. And that's in my matter of conflict and asking what I want out of something. And that's the most conflict. I never had that problem, but the definition, and trust me, we all been through rejection. We all been through rejection. We all been through something, and my projection probably happened 1%, 2% of the time. I really haven't had nobody. It's a 1%, 2% thing. It really haven't been at a crease like 10, 20%. It haven't really been like everybody else. I like from a woman and nothing, but it's been always a 1% and 2% of projection because other people behavior. That's how a woman is. But I'm always able to find what I need. And right now, I'm controlling my damn hormones. And I'm gonna tell you something. My heart, my energy, my space, every time. And right now, I'm gonna keep it real. I'm trying to bang some out the frame, and it's hard right now. With stubborn ass behavior going on, so I gotta keep myself together. So with that, people get all offensive. How people act. They got a damn problem. They like got physical, mentally got problems. Like nobody wants to deal with that concept of the concept of a human behavior. I'm just giving my aspect, and I'm sorry, guys. On how people don't try to force nobody on you. Don't try to put up with bullies and jealousy. A person can call it jealousy. And people calling, they not willing to accept you. Stop trying to get on a site that's not willing to accept who you are, and you want to mix it up with people. First, you got to get into someone when somebody got something in common with you. But stop trying to expose somebody for your selfish reasons. You should not be even dealing with nobody if a person can't accept you. Trust me, somebody told me something you think I'm worried about what he told me. One thing that's family. I never judge anybody. And what I mean by that is not to think what you think. I would just talk to him. I never did none of that. But my heart right now, my relationship with somebody is killing me. My heart, I cannot do it anymore. It's hurting. And every time I have to be around right now, it's hurt me right now. Just want to talk about her. So I'm hurting. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to be. Right now, I'm ready to walk away from everything. Mirrors can have it. Speak up for your career, but I don't want it in it. I don't want it. When Sabina called me, cussing at me after her mom and dad told me to give them time. All right, but I'm getting tired of just pretending with you. I'm getting tired of just going by your cousin's house and I got to hear your name, get around your friend, get around certain individual and people telling me I'm tired. I don't want it anymore. And people are not understanding my feelings. And I told them, you're not understanding how I feel. That is selfish. You're not understanding how I feel. You don't do something for your own selfish reasons. You're playing with somebody's heart and mind and feelings, and I don't want to deal with it anymore. I'm not going to keep pretending around you and anybody. Like everything is okay, not around your mom, not around your sisters. And I got to hear and I got to feel uncomfortable. Mention this being, I got to feel uncomfortable around these things. My heart is hurting. And you have to understand, I don't want to do that anymore. So I told him to speak up for his career. Just speak up for it. What I mean is not what you think, and GAY is not what you think.
Like, do you think you can commit to me? And I just looked at her and said,
Eh,
sure, you'll probably need a hip replacement at some stage. But yes, I can. Flexible financing for vet care.
You know, Trump is a selfish president, and everybody in that office, everybody got a selfish mindset. You can't change the world with selfishness. You can't change the world or what you're trying to prove. Your thing is to protect the country, not trying to push other people's opinions when you know it got a problem in America. And we should start censoring every American businesses against disability, censoring them for not participating. One thing in my relationship, guys, we both admit where we was wrong. And when my relationship with Sabina, we both understand where we was wrong at. We both understand where we was wrong at, and we both accepted that. Trust me and Sabina know as kids it wasn't gonna be easy. In our relationship, we know we were gonna have up and down. She told me something a long time ago, and I was willing to go through everything. Didn't matter the price of hurt, but the price of love, just sticking in that together, that's the most important thing out of all of it. But don't cause conflict and try to sneak your way up to the situation. Don't force others on you to fit in your world. And people are trying to do that now on social media platforms and on YouTube. You have to be in your own lane. Start your own app where you can talk to each other and be involved in each other. And that people can't understand the people that's like you don't need to be interacting with them. Create your own LGBT app. Create these things where you can talk it, where you can feel more comfortable without anybody. If it's a no, you create your own. But right now, I can't continue to go on and just play these games about what everybody think that. And let me tell you something. It's not what you think. It ain't nothing like that. It's not what you think it is. It's how he handled the situation. But these black kids, and Joe Biden them wrong, guys. They not, all of them wrong. Everybody's sending it wrong, and this is not a funny guy. This is not funny. This is a serious matter of wrongness. When everybody in that White House and that Capitol Hill, each state had a part of it. Everybody is wrong in this for taking society of racism when you had a duty to do as a president and as a Trump can laugh and smile, but this is not funny at the end of the day. It's not any funny to play with life when you're a president and you're whatever a vice president and Miss Nancy Pelosi, everybody that's involved. You had a job and you probably didn't felt your people, but you felt God. You felt his spirit. You felt the love of him. When you felt the love of God and you felt you killed his spirit, you felt him by taking society's side. You felt him because you needed their vote more than you needed God's spirit and sight. Everybody got to be responsible for something. You took society's side. You took the problem. Trump, that's not funny. He think he's winning, but it's not. I have to deal with a lot where somebody said on my lap, my heart is beating and her heart beating, and I'm going through something. And she didn't even give me time. And just another person. We're not going to even talk about what is going on. But cannot tell me you gonna have a kid after what happened on the porch, and that's how you deal with our situation. So and this is something with another person I had to deal with. Like I was kind of hurt at Jessica Club. I was kind of hurt behind the situation. She stopped coming around. Things started after what happened. I said, hmm, I did something that bad to make you affect that in that situation and not want to open up to me and talk. So I'm happy that she got a kid, but I'm very hurt, but because people refused, didn't tell me how I feel. I know I did not, and I walked away. And I'm feeling her heart, and I walked away from the situation. I did some. I didn't walk away, but but that's how you feel without even just telling me. I already know what you want, and people talk about closure. This girl, I have no idea. So I'm dealing with the concept of I'm hurting about it, the situation where me and Jessica, I'm hurting, but at the same time, communication ain't being given in our friendship or any one of those things, and people did decide and if how I supposed to know how we supposed to handle the situation. Nobody never treated me nothing different. I'm not gonna lie on Jessica Clark. I'm not gonna lie on anybody. That'd be wrong to lie on Summer or anybody in that matter. That'd be wrong. They never treated me any different. And I'm not out to lie on Summer Sky, any of the people I hung out with, you know, Tabitha, any of them. That'd be wrong if you even lie if somebody treated you and you treated as equal. And like the mirror even treat. It was never like that in that format. He never treated his mom and dad, and that would be wrong if I actually do that. You know, when my mom was believing in me, they believed they did go to school with this and that. I believe it was never was that situation. But I was hurt behind everything, you know, and we not talking behind it. You can't even give me time. You're not talking to me. You're not telling, and you go have and we like people don't know like that's how you feel, and like her heart was right on mine, and then, and like um and her heart was like right on my arms, like, and I'm my heart beating, and I felt hard, and I'm like,
Working American Airlines supervisor over dock 1A, 1B, 737.
so I am at this moment where I am dealing with a lot of conflict. I'm going over a lot of conflict and how things are. So I'm kind of hurt behind the situation. With me, Jessica Clark, I'm kind of hurt behind it because those are the things of what I'm going through right now, and I have the different conflict of me and her. Like I spent time in her room, I spent time in and her smiles. So to not give, to not actually, and I got closure. Everybody talk about closure. If you ain't get closure, I have closure. She wanted me to be right there. And it's not what you think it is. So I'm having a problem just dealing with the situation. I was very mad at just. I was like, all right, things started to get weird, and I saw Chris Clark, but I never saw her anymore. So you know, I know, but I noticed, but I was like, but I don't know what I did was going to affect it so much. So I was kind of hurt behind the situation because you didn't communicate with me, and we know what took place. So I'm like, hmm, I'm noticing things, and I'm like, where is she? She started going to parties. She started doing everything, and I started to be. Things started to get weird. Like I'm not that. Things started to get weird. And then people just start going their own way. Then I started start hanging out with Mary less, and I started hanging out with the mirror. Then things go back and forth from the mirror, and it got kind of complicated. Then they go on a party and like doing it. So certain things of um, those things of putting me in those situations.